clog dancing.
Good day and welcome to Hat Chat episode 201. That's right. We surpassed our 200, and you didn't think we'd make it this year. Well, you didn't.
I didn't think.
There was doubt.
What, we'd make it to 200?
You were like, yeah, we're
like
not
death?
sure. Well, no, just because they've been sporadic.
Oh, right, yeah.
But look at us back
But
in
we've
action.
made it. We made it. And it's in fact our final Hat Chat on the location where we're filming this at. If you're watching it on Hat Chat podcast YouTube
I'm
channel.
really sorry. I just can't place the voice.
Oh, sorry. My name is Ross Hornby.
Thank you. I'm Chris Trott, if you didn't know.
Hi, Chris Trott.
And they're joined by the inscrutable Alex Smith.
Yes.
Amazing.
I think I could scroot.
You give it a go,
I could scroot.
We'll all have a go at scrooting.
Yeah, why not?
If you're wondering why there was just a heavy amount of like clacks in the intro,
Yeah.
that was by Manchester 7. Thanks, Manchester 7, for doing our
Thank
last couple of fingals.
That was clog dancing.
It was clog dancing. No, I think it was based on the gavel,
Oh,
which
yes.
is a reference to our Jingle Jam song, which had a gavel in it.
Just a bit of gabbling.
There's more of that gaveling at the end. There's 3 minutes of gaveling.
Wow.
It's insane.
It
feels like a huge build-up.
Look forward to that.
Yeah.
Constant build-up.
Worth it?
Yep.
Okay, that wasn't that strong. Yep.
Thanks, Mantis 7.
Thanks,
Mantis
Mantis.
7.
You can send in your fingals to hatchat@hat-films.com. It's a mouthful, but fill our inbox with
Fill it up.
your fingals and questions and stuff.
Yeah.
We check that.
Funny
That'd be
news.
nice. Funny news is always welcome.
Things happening in your local region that may not make it to the wider publishing world.
Exactly. That's the place to go.
Certainly not.
Obscure news. We like obscure news that's silly. But yeah.
Silly and light and fun.
Silly and
Silly,
jovial.
light and fun.
Not like
Topical. If it's referencing us, that's always good, but rarely.
It's not going to, is it? We're
No,
not going to make the news.
it won't.
Only thing we'll make the news for is if Chris Trott gets hit by a car. And it's like local YouTuber Chris Trott found blown into a million pieces.
I think I'm more likely to fall asleep and just like career into a school.
You think it's going to be you that's causing the issue? Right?
Yeah,
career
I think
into a school.
Wow, that's something you shouldn't. Well, I mean, maybe.
Oh, asleep at the
Then the
wheel.
lithium battery just explodes.
Really
It's just
goes
a
up.
nightmare.
The
we hit the
brightest fire
cafeteria at
Bristol's ever
lunchtime.
seen.
Yeah. They're hard to take. They're hard to put out.
Thousands of students were gathered in the cafeteria when Chris Trott careened through the second floor.
It's just
He knew there was an assembly
Just
on.
bumping around. All these airbags have gone off. He's fine. He's
Is there an assembly happening? Which room? He's bombing for it. He's subconsciously bombing. He's asleep. He's fast asleep.
He's asleep
heating's
on the accelerator, so the wheels do not stop spinning. Great.
But he is peaceful in there. He's got his AirPods in.
AirPods in as well. God.
He wakes up refreshed.
Oh God, yeah. I don't feel refreshed because I've just come back from MCM Comic.
Yeah, how was Comic Con? You've
Busy.
You need to tell us about it because we were demolishing a building structure in our warehouse. So you were at Comic Con. What happened?
No, I didn't careen into anyone. I took the public transport, so yeah, it was good. It
Back
was,
doors only.
Back doors
Always
only.
all around the back doors.
Got
behind
that.
the scenes.
Yeah, I got the black pass. Which
Black Pass.
access all areas, which was nice. So I got to
It's not
go into the
pirating.
green room and all that.
The one upstairs.
Yeah.
Where, I met
you can look
Felicity
down on
Day.
people.
Yeah,
I
you
met
can look
Felicity
through those
Day.
little windows,
In
remember
there?
that?
Yeah, she came up to see me because she thought I was Simon from the Oxcast.
Did you
Oh,
did you roll?
yeah.
Did you go with it?
I just went hello. Felicity
Nice,
Day
yeah.
came up and she saw Simon. Lewis was with me, and obviously Lewis was like
But somebody
gushing.
go, did he?
And then I was like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you." And she's like, "I love your stuff," and I'm like, "You have no idea. You don't know who I am. You think I'm Simon, don't you?"
Yeah.
Simon doesn't look like me. How dare he think he looks like me?
Felicia. But yeah, I got up there, which was nice. Met John Bernthal again in the
Nice. He just keeps
Nice,
popping up in
yeah.
your life. Would you ever
keeps
imagine
popping
that
up.
actor, that American actor?
Yeah, how many times is that now? 2 or 3?
It'll be 2 because
Yeah.
we met him in the Ghost Recon
In an airsofting
Yeah.
airsofting
site,
thing.
yeah.
That
That was awkward in itself because it was just shit small talk. He doesn't want to. He's obviously
he
doing
thought a
gig.
photo was being taken, but we were filming.
Yeah.
Do you remember that where we were
Yeah.
doing like
Yeah.
side like mouth small talk,
Yeah.
and he was just like posing
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
It was why do we always have these awkward interactions?
Because
with them?
we are aware of their work. They don't know who the fuck we are. They're just there to do a gig.
And we don't want to be a
And we're
gushing
just
fan as
like-
well. So we're trying to like do a thing that's not like a gushing fan. Because, he was very, very pleasant. Very
He
nice
was
person.
a very
But
nice
also,
guy.
regardless of gushing fan, I don't know what the fuck to say to
No.
John. But I don't even remember his character's name in Walking Dead. But I remember him from Walking Dead, and I was like, oh, cool, you were in Walking Dead. Saying that to him means nothing and is pointless. What do I say to him? How was your day? Did you have coffee this morning?
Can I call you Johnny?
Can I call you Johnny?
Is that
I
all
don't
right?
know how to say your
Mental.
last name still.
He looked
Like I don't. Yeah,
He looked exhausted.
Baron
Did he?
He looked exhausted because it was the end of the day, and
jet lag maybe.
he'd done like a whole day of signings. Like the queue was just
Endless.
constant,
Right,
obviously,
yeah.
because it's John Bernthal, Punisher at
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
And loads. He's been in loads of good
He's
films.
been in loads of things,
Yeah.
but obviously it's Comic-Con, so everyone knows everything he's ever been in
Yeah.
there. So he was just like, hey,
Punisher, right? Punisher.
yeah.
Can you name everything he's ever been in?
Oh, yeah, off the top
Don't
of the dome.
bring up IMDb. That's cheating. You can do it. So we've got Walking Dead. That's the first one I know him
Yeah.
from. He's probably been in stuff before that.
Was he? He was in one of the Steven Spielberg war films. I swear. Is you know? Is it? Was he?
Oh, was he in Band of Brothers? The
He's in Wolf of Wall Street, apparently.
Oh,
yes,
is
he?
he?
is. Isn't he the
No.
one who has to describe what the pen is to him? As in,
Oh.
sell it
Sell
to
me
him.
this pen.
Some of this pen,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm.
He's in King Richard. He's in Fury.
Yeah, Fury. That's the one. That's the World War II film.
Is it quite a long list? I mean, we'll be here all day.
It's an exhaustive
He's
list.
in a fucking
He's in
lot
loads
of
of stuff.
things.
Yeah,
And we met him, and I think, like, what do you do when you meet a celebrity like that? Like, I mean, what lists? Is he an A-lister, or is he?
He would be, I think.
And
I think so now.
How
I think
do
he
you
is now,
clarify
yeah.
what
Absolutely.
an A-lister is?
Been in a lot of good stuff that's done very well.
Yeah.
What's
Like,
PewDiePie?
recognize outside of his...
Yeah, he's one of the biggest internet like stars
Phenomenal.
ever. Isn't he?
But would Mr. Beast get invited to the same thing, for example?
I think
know
Mr.
I
Beast
said
is the new PewDiePie ultimately.
New
isn't he?
He's
PewDiePie,
bigger
yeah.
than that because
Yeah.
like he's spread beyond YouTube.
Smeared himself
He's got like
across
toys in toy
various
stores.
different
He's got
things.
food products. He's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
every child is talking about Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's the capitalist
whether you like it or
wet
not,
dream.
you
Yeah.
know about him. So yeah, I think John Bernthal's in that category for sure.
What list are we, guys? Do we get to the numbers? Like, obviously
I
goes
don't
A
think the
to Z.
alphabet goes
I think
long
we were
enough.
B-list at
Do you
one
start,
point.
like,
We could draw.
B-list?
Yeah, because we could
What
draw.
list is that?
We could draw thousands of people to an event. Not everybody can do that. If you were saying like if you're an EastEnders star, if you're not one of the main EastEnders stars, like our booth was more attended than Kat and Alfie's booth was that time we saw them at that MCM Comic Con, right? Like sure we had.
I don't know Comic-Con. I don't know if
Like,
Comic-Con
and they're
is
B-list.
the barometer. I don't know
What
what,
does
the
it say a
barometer is. I'm trying
B-lister is?
This is just saying someone who's quite famous and not as famous as an A-lister. So it's a bit shit of a
Yeah.
definition. It doesn't really.
But the
I
thing
thought
is,
there
we
might be some.
existed within a completely new world. Like, sure, somebody wouldn't know us if we went to a nightclub and asked if we could get in based on our name. But
Yeah.
the phenomenon was, and still is, for YouTubers, although it's much more understood now, that we could draw and influence large amounts of people in comparison
Okay.
to, say, an actor that was typically treated well, but in reality, their reach was not as great. The
If I throw out
for
these
us were
names-
so strong, that was the thing.
I'll throw out some names that
Yeah.
that IMDb has classed as B-listers, although B-listers 7 years ago, which makes it a little bit. Although some of
I think
it's
that's accurate because I think
modified
we
with
were at
money.
our peak probably 7 years ago.
Carl Urban.
We're not he's more, no, Carl Urban's an A-lister now. He's in one of
Okay.
Amazon's most successful shows. Like,
Kit Harington, obviously
I get-
famous for.
Really?
I think
Well,
he's on the cusp. If he'd done more good stuff after Game of Thrones, I think he would be A-list.
Michael Sheen.
A-list, without a doubt. Michael Sheen is not B-list.
Okay.
Maybe we're C-list then.
Are you familiar with Wentworth Miller?
No.
Who's
Okay,
Wentworth?
so I believe he might be B-list or even lower. He's in Prison Break. He's the lead guy who had tattoos all over him.
But you slip on lists based on how long ago your stuff was. really,
Exactly,
don't you?
yeah.
Like-
Lena Headey, who of course
Oh, I
was
mean,
Game of Thrones.
yeah. But she's also been in lots of other good stuff. She's a great actor.
I think YouTubers are in a completely different ball. I mean, again, like you say, there's the outliers, like you got your KSIs, your Mr. Beasts,
Your
PewDiePies,
Logan Pauls.
who are breaking out of that mold.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know, where's Diamond Minecart?
It's the ones that can easily pivot into the Hollywood ethos of celebrity.
Is that it?
Yeah.
As
Think
in,
so.
like, the obnoxious, just put yourself everywhere kind
Well,
of
that's
thing.
it. Indeed, you got to want it.
Yeah.
There are YouTubers out there that we know, like Dan TDM is a really good example,
Sure, yeah.
who had gigantic reach and did some of that commercial shit, but maybe thought, you know what, I'm not that bothered. I've earned, I earn a good amount of money. I don't really want to develop a
and I
fucking
respect
snack
that.
food. Yeah,
I
it's
respect
not,
that ethos.
exactly. It gets a bit disgusting after a while,
But he's
doesn't
just
it?
a family man now, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know whether there's no official list. This is the thing. This is just all kind of estimates and guesses. I'm trying to find the Z list. A Z-list celebrity is just usually an ex-reality show star or marginally talented has-been actor/entertainer who
That
hasn't
sounds like
grasped
us.
their 15 minutes of fame.
That could be.
That
us.
could be us.
That could easily be us.
Yeah.
I don't even think I feel Z-list is quite generous.
Why is that?
Just because I don't think
Think about the size of the audiences we've been in front of.
Well, this is the thing
I
that
guess
Smith
so.
brought up in episode 200 that
Okay.
threw me for 6.
right.
It's like, when I'm having a kid, am I worried about him being in my shadow? And I'm like, what the fuck? I was considering like being below the Z list of like things I've impacted the world with.
But you don't have to be famous for that to be.
No, not fame, but I mean like
that's...
impact and also what I've done in my life. I don't think that's anything that credible to be like, I've got such a big shadow that they're going to...
Well, it's also about ability.
I suppose it's like talent, like
exactly,
and recognition for that said talent. I suppose like you've made music, you've sold out a single
gig
venue. Was it Trinity?
But I mean, we've been in front of massive crowds of Minecraft fans and stuff like that. When we were in Minecraft Con Paris, where we've also had loads of crazy experiences. We've been in a lot of places. Also, you're just like you've had a huge amount of practice being confident. There's loads of stuff, and also if you just look at how relationships work, generational relationships work, oftentimes it's like a yin and a yang situation where certain kinds of fathers create certain kinds of children, which then act in a certain way that want to create different kinds of children, and all those things. If the things you didn't have, you often want to try and create, and the things that you did have created an impact on you that you probably don't understand. So it's just...
I think my kid's going to be a hardened, emotionless super soldier. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how can I strip all emotion from my kid?
I don't think that's a very healthy
not
thing.
be there. I think not being
there.
Yeah.
Be distant. Be aggressive, I think.
Not being there is rule number one.
Try and not
if they have no father figure, they've got nothing to base it on. If anything, just show them all your videos from start to finish, constantly. There's 5,000 of them, I think.
That's the thing. Yeah. Who else has that kind of catalog to go through? Like, you look at old small photos of your parents, maybe like we did at least. That was the medium available to us of going like, oh yeah, I recognize that person. That's my auntie with you, right? But you're like both like 28 here or something.
More importantly, the content of our content. At what point could you chastise your child for saying something bad when they could go back to episode whatever it is of saying something heinous?
I was
where
talking
we joked about it,
but of like swearing, and how obviously Craig has had to adjust to not swearing at all.
I barely hear that.
Not even
swear.
like changing the words, because it's like, well, it's just encouraging you to say it or slip up at some point. But I was thinking, like, is swearing so bad? And then you realize it's not just a vacuum.
It's not just you, is it?
It's not just me.
The whole point, you don't want a kid. I've heard little kids swear, and it's jarring. It's jarring when you hear a child like say,
"It's less that." Like, even if
you're
that
a fucking prick. It's like,
even if my kid,
Jesus, I'm just trying to cross the road.
How did you know? Even if my kid fully understood the context of swearing and used it, within that reason and not as like an antagonistic, aggressive way, they're still an outlier in the social circle, right? They have attention drawn to them. They'll get told off by teachers. It sets them apart. So I understand like the idea of like being a part of
it's a level of manners in general, isn't it? Just kind of being polite to others,
because
it does highlight what the parent has deemed acceptable at the time. And obviously, like, swear words at the end of the day are just words, and like, it is how you use them that matters. But like you say, these kids are half the time don't know what they're fucking saying. Sorry, I'm sorry now. I can't fucking stop it. You've got me on it now.
All right,
I can't fucking wait to
two
swear.
things. So first of all, this weekend I was speaking to my godmother, who said she had listened to our podcast once or twice, and the main thing she said was a lot of swearing. Literally that. And I was just like, well, that's because when we do this and when we become like go into online like YouTuber mode, we are in a way replicating probably a younger version of ourselves, and also a more like online kind of version of ourselves. Like, we don't necessarily talk like when we're talking together, obviously, and when you're on Discord or whatever talking to your friends, like those are kind of similar spaces, like these gaming chatty spaces where you're happy to talk like that. But then equally, when you talk to anyone you meet in your regular day life, if you talk to any members of your family, you code switch, right? And I guess.
Well, do you swear in front of your nan? I don't swear in front of my nan.
Sometimes. I mean, my nan's got a pretty like she's
my nan.
She's West
I wouldn't
Country.
swear in front of my nan or my parents. Like, it was just one of those things that we didn't do growing up. And when there was a swear word, it'd be like, no, you don't say that bad word, whatever.
Right. Okay.
And so it'd be like, okay, well, that's their level of respect, and I'm respecting them by not swearing in front of them. Then I'll be effing and jeffing over here with these guys.
Yeah.
So it's like
bad influence.
Also, imagine if you were, instead of a YouTuber like us, you're a YouTuber like Dan TDM, who's like literally got 8-year-old fans.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you had a kid that went to school, and then they're like, wow, your dad's down minecart. Like, it must be incredible. It's like, no, he's just playing Minecraft on his phone all the time, having to record it. It must be completely different catfish when it's not like, oh God, I don't want my child to find my content, rather than like every child thinks I'm Jesus. The
thing is, and what we learned as well, it's not just the swearing. Well, obviously we censored ourselves at the beginning.
It's the content.
It's the fact that we were talking also about when we talked about cum plugs a couple of weeks ago on this very podcast.
Yeah,
cum plugs alone is a gross content. Like the content of it is gross.
It is disgusting. Yeah,
it's bizarre.
I like to think that gets so meta that it does have a starting age for conceptualization. Which
well, AI is starting to making summaries of our videos now. And so it's like listing, they talk about disgusting things. Yeah, I swear someone posted on our subreddit. Let me find it.
Musicians.
What is it like below YouTube
Discord
now or something?
So it's below the YouTube comment section. Let me see where it was.
That's so unnecessary.
Well, I mean, is it though? Because it's basically going through what we've said and just said, well, this is what you're going to expect from this video. So this particular example was
they put a label on it? It's art.
How dare you?
It was a golf with your friends video. It says this video features hat films playing golf with your friends on the Temple of Gods map, and then it gives you a timestamp of where we said that. Throughout the game, the players engage in humorous and often crude discussions, including
often crude
toilet humor and bodily functions, 2 minutes to 4 minutes 50. So it's giving you a gap of time where we discuss these things.
I mean, that's good for like triggers.
Exactly, yeah. But it then says with extensive discussion about lactose intolerance, wet farts, and the possibility of shitting one's pants on stream.
Hilarious. That's a great description.
Which is amazing. It's told you what to expect from that content. Discussion about Doctor Who and its production between 6:01 and 8:50, including the budget, set design, and acting. So it's giving you a really good
that's quite concise.
This is quite a crazy.
You should have
use
said
of
negative discussion.
Exactly. Controversial jokes about Madeleine McCann between 11:14 and 16 minutes. Her disappearance and the recent claims of a woman being the grown-up Madeleine. They question the ethics and appropriate timing for such jokes.
We really go through it in that episode.
We really did.
Jesus.
Skepticism about doctors and the medical profession between 16 minutes 20 and 17 minutes.
I mean, if an AI thinks that, though, that's going to blacklist the fuck out of us,
referencing Harold Shipman. It's got all that down. Discussion about fashion trends for 2024 is the last bit.
I know why we're getting squashed by YouTube.
Oh my God. Predicting tinfoil hats and condoms or cable ties as the next big thing. So it's managed to go through all of that, and then at the end it's just said the players also express gratitude to the map creator Sir Lucy for their Temple of Gods course. And so that's a kind of an incredible use of AI, but also that's censoring. We can't censor shit now.
Yeah,
it's too late.
Sorry, look at that gif. That's crazy.
There's the gif of Trott getting railed
from a. That's an amazing gif. Sorry, I can't show you that,
painful,
but it's Trott being railed from
really
one of our 1 hour film challenges.
You really sold it.
But I found that quite an interesting. I don't know where that tangent came from.
That's a hilarious.
Is that the new YouTube update? Because
I think it's not every video, but some videos
people are
have it.
pissed about the new YouTube update.
Oh, really?
The UI changes. How dare they make it all kind of circular? And
I've seen that. Fucking hate circular.
He hates.
But I wonder if they've done that to the fucking photo thing on the iPhone.
But do you think they've done that because they're trying to?
It's got a square sensor, Ross, like you said. Why the fuck are they making it a circle? Just leave it square. I want more information, please. Don't crop my thing with a fucking circle. It looks like the shitty. Oh, sorry, I've been triggered by this. Clearly, it reminds me of all the shitty Android UIs I always had to try and replace when I had an Android phone. Where I was like, this is horrible. Let's find a different skin. The new fucking Apple update's horrible.
It is weird.
It's not, what are they all smoking?
It's weird because obviously they're selling what is basically just a theme.
Yeah.
It should just be an option on the back end of your phone, but they're they're still.
It's got like added animations.
Keep
it doesn't
away
need
with this.
These summaries are scary.
What have you got there?
Like Hat Chat's 200th episode, the Milestone podcast revisits the original format, including announcements, updates, and gaming news. Expect a trip down memory lane with classic segments and discussions on fatherhood and current gaming trends.
Jesus, does it do any earlier videos that we've done?
Let's just see if there's any
talk about
really
kind of
ones.
Skylands.
I'd love to see a summarization of an entire podcast where we read summaries.
yeah. Summarize this bitch.
They're summarizing the summaries of summarizing.
They summarize the summaries.
God, I can't even type anymore. Also, just go back to the Z-list, I think. It says here the Z-list celebrity is a term for a person who's not truly famous, which I agree. That kind of fits us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But famous enough to be recognizable, often through appearances on reality TV or in tabloid magazines. Now, I still don't think that we would be recognizable on
but again, that's traditional media.
Yeah,
we have greater reach than Kerry, Katona probably does now.
Maybe, yeah. Different crowds.
Yeah.
But potentially numbers-wise.
No, same fans.
Same fans, yeah. Same fans, yeah.
I'm going to see what Dr. Jesus Trott comes up with, because there's very little scripting in it.
Yeah. Reality TV stars.
There
Many
isn't
participants from popularity shows are often labelled as Z-listers. Minor actors. Those aren't small young actors. They are just actors. Young, like people who just don't do much acting.
Right.
You could probably say like Hodor, for example. We recognise that man because he's large.
Christian Nan.
He's got a distinctive face, and he said Hodor a lot.
God, he said Hodor a lot. I'd
say that he's also probably in that same category, not to offend him. Social media personalities, including individuals who gain a following through social media.
Yeah.
Which kind of works with this.
We're Z-listers.
We are Z-listers, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being on any list. Well, not any list.
You don't want to be on every list.
Don't put me on all the lists. Please, for the love of God.
Z-list is fine.
Z-list is fine. We'll stay on the Z-list. And did you get any summaries up there? Did you get any?
No, some did. And some
I wonder if it's not scoured
Skylanders
older
didn't.
Stuff. Skylanders is a no, is it?
The Chris Trott's showreel of work did.
Oh, really?
Interview with Chris Trott. So some of them do. If there's lots.
And do you have to
words.
Request it? Is there a button you have to click and go? Please summarize, or does it?
Some just.
It's just going through them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But it hasn't gone through our backlog. I mean, to be fair, those are like
not everything.
2,000-3,000 videos ago.
Yeah,
maybe longer.
But again, it's weird that they did the interview with Chris Trott and not.
What did they say about
Skylanders episode 1?
What did they say about
I have to go back.
Well, fucking hell. Come on then. And there's RV there yet. Do they have that on there?
That one has one.
Oh, it does. Does it?
Hilarious hijinks.
I can't see it. On Having a Bash, of course, recently.
You can't see
revisited. Maybe I don't have.
It says
Hatfield. I see it now.
Navigates treacherous terrain in a beat-up RV, encountering bears and utilizing winches and planks for repairs. They face challenges like narrow paths and steep inclines, relying on teamwork and problem-solving skills. Expect unexpected obstacles and hilarious mishaps along the way.
Oh yeah, so I've got the other.
Bit's just
I thought these were I thought we were on the same video. They were not. I'm on the other one because there's two videos from that series. This was as Hat Films attempts to minimize their RV's weight. In this Having a Bash episode, they navigate challenging terrain, encountering unexpected obstacles like bears and snakes. Watch as they gather supplies and repair their increasingly damaged vehicle. Didn't go into detail about any of the smut we talked about, so at least, I mean, that Golf with Your Friends was so detailed. It's kind of crazy how detailed that was. Yeah, that's getting flagged. We talked about Harold Shipman and Madeline McCann in the same content.
Yeah.
Our trust towards doctors.
Do you think that Harold Shipman and Madeline McCann's parents are going to end up in the same place after they die?
When you say
this
same
is
place,
going to get summarized.
What do you mean same place?
Where do you think?
Well, like heaven or hell. Do you believe in those things?
Oh, 100%.
What, you're a fucking kid?
They're real places.
Jesus Christ, you don't know?
No.
You don't know? Yeah,
it's best to assume the worst, right? That there is a heaven and hell, and I should follow devout rules. And
that's amazing. I think, best to assume with no evidence.
Best to assume.
You can say that before doing anything drastic. Like, when I jump off this cliff, it's best to assume I'll land on a cushy pillar that bounces out of the ground, and I bounce up onto a bridge.
It's best to assume.
Outrageous. You could just claim anything.
But what if that's the secret?
Yeah,
that's like the Matrix.
That's the Matrix 101.
Yeah.
Just you just have to believe the spoon isn't there. Oh, okay.
Jump over this gap.
Yeah,
that's every parkour.
That's a great way to just send someone mad, isn't it? Mate, the spoon's never there.
There's no spoon.
Just hire a lot of people, or pay off a lot of people who are in that person's life, and convince them they're living.
We've all fantasized about Truman showing someone.
Yeah.
We can do it to Trott one day.
We've been doing it to Craig for fucking years.
Yeah.
He thinks he's in a studio right now.
He thinks that this broadcast is going anywhere at all. Craig, if this broadcast was going anywhere, would I really start talking about Madeline McCann and Harold Shipman again?
That's outrageous.
Who also aren't real.
Yeah.
Who also aren't real, by the way. That was a nightmarish couple of stories we made up to scare you.
Anyway, did you enjoy meeting John Bernthal?
You see, you can't remember his last name's impossible to pronounce.
Berenstein
Bear. It's Bernthal.
The Bernstein Bear.
Berenstain Bears?
John Bernthal. And this is
he's found a clip. If you're watching on YouTube, you find the clip of us huddling around him. I've got a backwards cap on us.
He's so good.
Tragic, isn't it? Yeah, it's not good. I don't think
John's
you
in the
don't
middle.
Want to stand too close to someone attractive, do you? I think it's just not good for anyone.
It's crazy.
Apart from the person who looks
What
good.
are we talking about there?
Well, I know acting is a craft and stuff, but like...
He's acting like he wants to be there. No, he's not. He's acting like he wishes he was anywhere else, and he's doing a great job of it.
He's like the same size as Trott as well.
Is he? What, height-wise, yeah.
Yeah, muscle-wise.
But he makes up for it with muscle mass. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So he's a strong, burly man.
He is exactly
that's fine.
my height.
He's a Hollywood star. quite literally.
So yeah, when
He's
I
just
saw him
hanging
in
out in
the,
an airsoft field.
We're just plebs. We're the equivalent of the
How much
potato
reckon they
farmers.
fucking paid him for that? Although he was in the game, wasn't he? So that's
it's probably
it's
contractual.
probably part of the whole setup. Probably quite handsomely.
Ghost
I'd like to
Recon.
I thought this was a great
Yeah, it was
edited
fun.
bit by Craigle. Well done.
Yeah,
Craigle.
but these are the types of videos that no one watches for some reason.
Well, this is
anything
a
we
brand,
try-
we got
anything
paid
we
for
really
this, so
try
it's
on.
fine.
Never. Yeah, we did get paid for that. That's fair enough.
And we didn't
One
need to
hand
make
in the
this.
fucking.
This is an audio-based podcast. We are watching a video, but just in case you wanted to watch it, it's on Hat Chat
Is it,
podcast YouTube channel.
Raka-
That's entirely
Raka
Raka, the
was there.
directors of fucking hell, what's it? What's that?
It's the one with the hand.
With the hand.
Talk to me.
Talk to me. The directors of Talk to Me, which is an incredible film. They are really talented.
Yeah, they were there, and they did a similar-esque thing, didn't they?
Oh man,
while on this shoot.
that film was really good. I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
That was like one of the last brand deals we did, where it's like, oh, this is cool, and we're surrounded by,
yeah.
you know,
Do you ever
like-minded
think
people.
like they obviously? I mean, they had a really successful YouTube career anyway. They were like massive on YouTube.
Yeah, they were already
But
huge.
The thing is
yeah.
that I mean, the algorithm didn't favor them in the sense that they were making content which involved like genuine gore and
violence.
Like, they did a lot of like barbed wire
Stunt work,
fights and
yeah.
stunt work and
Mhm.
shit,
Yeah.
which is like YouTube wouldn't really pay you
But
for
it
doing
got
that
them into
anymore.
Hollywood.
All in
But
like
yeah,
an
they-
Australian suburb.
Yeah. Like, but like, I mean, they were throwing themselves onto like, glass covered wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Those guys are fucking doers, though. They had so much energy
Mm.
and were just doing
God,
stuff.
I kind of envy that drive. That's kind of crazy. They've done really well. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's back to us.
Back to us
Z-listers.
Z-listers
Back
here.
down to the Z list.
But it's cool that we've got to have these experiences. Like you say, we've done some
Indeed.
crazy things as Z-listers.
Indeed.
10 years ago, we were in the desert. Well, I was just before this really, but 10 years ago this year was when we went to drive the supercars through the national park in Nevada, which they've now stopped them doing, by the way.
Yeah.
Because there were too many. I watched the video back. They were letting us speed. Like crazy.
Yeah,
like it was a 50, like apparently they'd like, right guys, we need to be really careful because we need to keep to the 55 mile an hour limit, you know. And we were like, okay, cool, yeah, we'll do that, no problem. And then they're like, when we're in there, they're like, okay guys, we think we can open the cars up a bit through this section. Just keep up with the new car.
Any sheriffs.
It was fantastic. But yeah, I watched a bit of that video and we were having a great time and it was absolutely amazing.
I watched it back and I realized how hard it is difficult to fucking film that kind of thing because without external tracking cars and filming you as well. Like,
yeah, you
I was
can't just
like,
get out.
I remember editing and going, God, I'm just editing our faces looking excited, and this is probably quite boring for the average viewer because they can't see the shit happen. But
we had a great time.
We had a fucking blast. You know,
yeah, that was crazy.
But without a full crew of people filming it, it's difficult to make that look exciting or top geary. But alas, but that was good. That was a good time in general.
It is wild to think about all the things we've been able to do as a result of being Z-listers, which is nice.
Yeah.
Also, something I put on here was the fact that we didn't say it last time, but we announced it like moments after the last Hat Chat, was that we are removing ourselves from the warehouse.
Yes. So
This is
we
a very
are,
weird way to say that. Sorry.
a bunch of our
rained out.
episodes were actually filmed not in this warehouse.
Oh yeah.
But we're going to go back to that because we still have our office in the Yogscast.
Oh yeah.
And these same mics, same circular table setup.
Yeah,
Same Hat Chat.
Nothing changes for the audio level of.
No, it's all going to be the
setup.
same. But if you watch us on youtube.com/the Hat Chat podcast, you'll be able to see a slight shift in visuals going from this Platinum Studio setup, which, by the way, is entirely a green screen.
What?
Yeah, that's
which
part
has
of the
to be
secret.
demolished.
Part of the secret is going to be demolished, which is sad, but unfortunately, this I
Oh,
didn't want to sign up another 5 years for
Not
this
real.
place. Obviously, everywhere is hiking their prices, and this place is no different. And yeah, we just didn't really use it enough to
Sign of the
warrant
times,
that.
isn't it?
So we're going to try and do project by project as green light stuff comes up, which is we've done some stuff externally already, and that's been great. So
we're
going to make it work.
The actual work in terms of the Yogscast do a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah.
We've been involved in a few of their shoots now where they take a bunch of their stuff to a location that they've scouted and found and rented, and we've got our kit that will be stored and will make it easy to just get out and set up somewhere. So, and it also means we can have a variety of different backdrops, not just the same
I think that's
green
the
screen.
the
So there are some
downsides.
upsides.
Yeah, the downside of
to
having
it.
a space where we felt like we had to need to use it all the time for anything meant we were restricted into that little bottleneck. I mean, it was great having a green screen because you could turn this and
Craig's
we
made
can go
some
anywhere.
incredible stuff on this.
We can go anywhere on the green screen, but
we've had some awesome backdrops, and we've got something coming out soon-ish. TM.
It's been worked on.
Called Night Terror, which is, I think, the greatest use of this green screen to date, and it was nice to end that usage with that project. I think
Indeed,
it's very, very cool. So please make sure you check that out when it comes live on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Night Terror, a play on the old noughties, 90s,
Nightmare,
90s to noughties nightmare TV show in England.
I think it wasn't 80s, it was 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was 90s, I think.
87
to 93.
So it was really bridging the 80s and 90s. So there you go.
So there's a bit of childhood rekindling there. It's just
I was born in '88, so I mean, I don't even think this
time.
was. I did think it looked a little bit dated, but yeah, I mean, we'll be doing our own version of it, which is quite similar.
Yeah,
and hopefully people can enjoy that from
it's just
Hat Film's perspective. And
if you like,
members have funded that.
Yeah,
thank you.
If you like our game show things, this kind of takes it up to 11 with like puzzles and silly dungeon encounters and characters and stuff and stupid tropes. It's really fun, and Craig did an amazing job setting it up. So look forward to that.
What game show from your youth would you like to recreate?
SMTV Live.
That's the one I was literally going to say as well.
Wait.
SMTV Live. I fucking love that show.
Yeah, it was great.
We have done some.
It didn't run
similar,
for. How long did it run for? We did Saturday Live, which has got the same similar flavors.
Funhouse,
just not in the morning, I suppose.
But I think it's we started in the morning. Not early in the morning. Yeah.
Can we recreate Funhouse entirely?
Funhouse
looked fun
with the go-karting at the end as well.
And the twins.
We need twins.
There are 279 episodes of SMTV.
Good lord.
And the thing is, it's I guess now it's like just ancient history for people. They don't even know. Like, there's a lot of people watching it. Well, I think our audience has grown up with us, but a lot of people who don't know what the fuck that is, which is a shame, really. They wouldn't have had the joys of Wonky Donkey or
Wonky Donkey,
Chums, or other such sketches. And
there's something endearing about the Big Breakfast as well. Just it was quite a cozy format.
Chaotic as well.
Chaotic.
It was obviously filmed on location, and the crew were very much part of it.
Yeah, which I thought was quite novel, and is also something that seems quite achievable for us in terms of like just renting out a space and just doing silly segments.
Yeah.
Like getting someone on the sofa and
setting up a few different rooms as different things.
Yeah.
Let's go up to the breakfast room and then like, okay, we're gonna go down into the paintball room.
They do an interview on the bed, don't they?
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
It was just a novel concept, and that's all infused into all the game shows and stuff we've done.
What about Aquila? Should we recreate
the
I loved TV series?
Actually, legit, that was one of my favorite children's shows. Yeah, it was such a cool concept
with a floating egg alien spacecraft.
Yeah, I mean, like literally,
it has like one controller. It's like a giant like joystick, isn't it?
Yeah. But then they kept on finding different buttons.
Yes.
Like so if you don't know what this was, it was a TV show where basically a couple of kids were out at some like Roman historical site, and they fall through the ground and find underground this like old like spaceship, right?
It goes invisible,
and they managed to make it work. And it's a little two-man pod, and it had all these weird little buttons that did different things. And each episode, they would usually like try a different feature, so you'd like see all the different effects they had. It was just brilliant. It was probably what got me into sci-fi maybe as well.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think
there was something very nice about
And they had all these really cool shots of them flying over like the countryside or like flying over roads. And there was like, it kind of, it's a bit like when you first get your own car and you suddenly have this sense of freedom and the ability to go somewhere.
Yeah. But it's a spaceship.
Yeah, and the kids were like 14 or younger.
Not even that. Those kids,
that would be
like
the coolest
11 or 12
shit
maybe.
Ever.
Yeah, no, it was a great show. And didn't like at the end it like tried to contact the mothership or something. It had a really good story.
And that's also what we're missing nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
A good, solid, grounding story.
Well, no, the sci-fi has never been better, to be honest with you.
True, but what for kids, though?
I don't think Aquila is the benchmark of all sci-fi. I mean, it was nice. It was good
when
we were a kid. It was good.
It's a gateway.
Exactly, it was a gateway drug.
It was a great gateway drug.
To expand your horizons.
Also, it blended like kind of really cheap effects well. Yeah. Like sci-fi, especially in the 90s, was always struggling against
especially in the UK.
Wanting to look real, but not having the technology to do it.
I hated the fucking Demon Headmaster.
It was a
horrible show.
I don't know what it was about that I really disliked.
You felt the oppression of the people.
Yes,
you felt oppressed.
I felt oppressed watching that.
1996.
But then I felt oppressed watching
Tracy Beaker.
Tracy Beaker,
Yeah,
Tracy
miserable,
Beaker,
wasn't it?
and or Biker Grove sometimes, just because
Just
I was
misery.
I wouldn't want to be
They
there.
love their wavy effects in these shows, didn't
but I'm
they?
guessing it was
Like
relatable.
everything's rippling.
Yeah. Well, that was the effect that happened when he hypnotized them.
Yeah, but Aquila had that as well.
Oh, they did,
in the
didn't they?
opening
Oh,
intro.
yes.
And Sliders.
Sliders.
Stargate as well. It was like some digital effect they'd all worked out, and they're like,
Oh,
"Fuck it,
liquefy!
this is going to change the world."
All those wiggles you've got there. Well, we can use it on everything now.
Wiggle everything.
We're going to use it on everything. Tracy Beaker, I just couldn't tolerate watching that show. I just found it intolerable. I couldn't watch it.
Do you know what the secret was, though?
But
Why?
then it was...
because you had a nice middle class life.
Well, no, I couldn't. I didn't rage it, but I just found the characters intolerable and annoying.
Yeah,
Obviously, it was based off a book, wasn't it? It was based off of... I don't know the author, I've forgotten. But,
but speaking of shows
and
from
Biker
that era,
Grove.
Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the OG Power Rangers.
Yeah.
At Comic-Con, they are selling Power Rangers Reignition, which is the OG Power Rangers and all of the original toy line.
Okay.
Wow.
They're just
Completely-
reprinting
just
it all.
redoing it. all.
Wow. Including the Zoids.
All of it.
Wow.
The Megazords, you could get the Megazord that's like slightly smaller, pre-built, or you could get all the individual ones. that transform.
they were so good.
It's all back.
Yeah, that was cool.
Not that it's an ad or anything, but I just
Did you get some?
no.
Oh,
Why not?
Why not?
'Cause I was really tempted, but then I'm like,
Well,
I'm
we're
literally
not playing
buying this for nostalgia.
You could have got it for your kid coming up.
I could have.
It's like, you don't understand. Don't open it out of the box.
But it's literally, look.
Don't open the
it's like
boxes.
all the flip head
Oh,
ones.
the putty men. The putty
men.
who look like the most
It's
satisfying
all
things in the
back.
world to fight.
Are these types of toys a dying breed for children now? Or because I know
No,
my niece and
I
nephew
can't
play
think
with
so.
some stuff, but I don't know if they play with as much kind of figurines as they do with like
I think
large.
there's very much a
monster
tactile
trucks
nature
and stuff.
that will never leave kids.
Yeah.
It's just how early you get them off that and onto screens.
I think it depends. Yeah, that
Really depends on the
transition. You want to
parenting.
keep them on the toys as long as possible.
Yeah.
And then I guess the inevitable screens will come in at some point.
But it's all back.
who knows
Power
when
Rangers
that-
Reignition.
Good time.
Huge
Hot and
news.
fresh off the kitchen.
Also, they had a bunch of gachapons.
You lost me.
Gacha
Ponds.
You know those little balls where you get a little toy inside? Capsule toys.
Kinder Egg.
Which are like famous,
Capsule
like
toys.
really popular in Japan.
Bandai had like 30 of them.
Okay.
And you got little tokens, and I got a few. I got a Gundam
yeah.
in a ball, and it's a mini Gundam with all the sprues and stuff. And I built a little
Blimey,
mini
that's
Gundam.
really cool.
£3.
Nice. That's good. That's
Yeah,
bargain.
I mean,
What a bargain. Go to...
three-
That's a life changer.
I only care about the price if I'm even considering getting it. I mean, just £3.
So good.
Do you know, Ross, don't you hate it when you look at the
I'd be annoyed if you said 50. 50 quid, only 50.
You look at the budget at the end of the month and you're like, right, we've got
How
electricity,
much have
we've
we
got
got?
food, we've got a little bit of luxuries and spending here, lovely.
Hold on. Gachapon.
My Gachapon budget, it's been blown through the roof here. We spent 50 quid. If you're telling me £3, I need to change where I'm shopping for my
Yeah,
Gachapods.
you need your Gachapons
£3 Gachapod.
elsewhere.
I'll go to Aldi, Lidl, and I'll get my Gachapods from here. Boom, you've solved a problem there. Thank you very much.
You
£3.
paid for the experience, though. That was a good Gachapon experience. It had all the lights and everything.
Yeah.
And you had to get the tokens separate, because obviously you only get like an uneven amount
Yeah.
at a time. So you have to always
I don't
top up.
understand that either. What do you mean?
As in, you can get 3 tokens for £4.
And then what, you try
But
and
most
win
of them
it?
cost like
Oh.
2.
Oh.
So you get 1 left over.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I need to buy another
the Xbox
set
Live
of
credit
3.
mechanic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they got you there, but also the twisting thing in the
What were the other two you got then?
I got 2 for Helen, my wife.
You didn't know- you
One's
didn't
like
open them.
it's a set of dogs in
Perfect.
buns,
Amazing. Bao buns, I imagine.
in different kinds of buns,
Different
like
kinds
a hot
of buns.
dog,
Okay.
dachshund, and like
Yep.
beef burger, but like a mastiff.
Okay. And what was the last one?
Cats.
Also in bread or?
Not in bread, that one.
Which one was
Those were
this
just like silly cats.
Oh, hilarious. Hilarious.
I know.
No, I'm sure it was fun.
Yeah, it was actually, and a bargain. Did I say
You said-
how
you
much
said it
of a
was 3
bargain?
quid, which actually is
Was it
cheaper
£3
than
for 4
the average
tokens or
coffee
£3
these days.
per
all
Gachapon?
the different kinds. My Gundam was the most expensive one,
How many tokens?
which was 3 tokens.
Oh,
All the other ones are like
What are you
2.
going to do with it now?
I've got it now.
Well, yeah, but what?
I had
What
the
now?
joy of making it in my hotel room.
That's cool. That's 3
Okay.
quid's worth of fun.
Yeah.
But
Did
what,
you eat
what
it?
next? What'd you do with it?
did it provide sustenance?
Well, I didn't have my God hand
What's that mean?
clippers, snippers
Ah.
for obviously
Taking off the
taking
sprues.
Gundam parts off sprues.
Yeah.
So I did have to get my teeth involved.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
To get some plastic.
Was it
bits.
metal? Plastic. Okay.
Plastic. Yeah.
Okay.
You got that shit like a plastic beaver.
Yeah. I had to get rid of the sprue nasties.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an incredible experience. Reignited my reignition.
Nice.
My love for Power Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, I just always used
Sylvanian families were there, Smith.
Brilliant.
You love
Sylvanian families. I was only into it because A, they're fucking awesome, and B, they're all tools for imagination, aren't they? I've mentioned this before, but I had the 3-tier Sylvanian family school tree, where it was a tree that like swung out into different bits, and you had different sort of stuff going on, but it was mainly a school. And I imagined it was a military base. And the top was a helicopter pad, and the middle bit was like, you know,
So
another
you just
bit.
Well, those cutesy little felt bunnies.
Oh,
You turned it into a military operation.
Yes, I did. Yeah, and I changed their clothes.
I would have made a little rat king.
Yeah, tied
all their tails together and put them in a box.
I think
not that one, Craig. It was more sort of
badass,
tall and cylindrical. It had balconies, which
Didn't we talk about the drama they had with TikTok?
No.
They had a legal battle over
Sylvanian
TikTok drama.
families.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there was a creator who was making comedic videos of the children's toys in a dark and debauched storylines of these characters.
Good lord.
Yeah.
And so I think they tried to sue them.
Is it that one?
I don't think it was. No, I don't recognize these yet. Maybe I'm misremembering it as a Sylvanian Families thing. Maybe it was slightly different. But I definitely had Sylvanian family characters that I dressed up in military fatigues that I took off of my action
One of
men.
those characters.
You dressed them in military
I had
fatigues.
so many cool action men things.
One of those characters was there.
You took them off an action man and put them on a little cute bunny rabbit.
Yeah. Time to fucking go.
The bunny rabbit was
fair
there.
enough. Okay.
Full size. Would you have squeed if you saw them?
No. I would have taken that son of a bitch down.
You're not wearing your camo.
You haven't got your fatigues on. Do not salute me in the field.
I don't think you understand the Sylvanian families.
You really also like they had barges and stuff that were. I don't know why. I think my parents felt that was an acceptable toy to buy a 3-year-old, and I'm like, I'm going to imagine this is something complete. You can't stop my imagination. You may be able to get into my play box, but you cannot get into my mind.
You were Sid from Toy Story, weren't you?
I didn't create things because I wasn't that much of an engineer. If I could put a system of walking legs, yeah.
That was actually they were walking because they were animated by the magic.
I thought he'd worked out some sort of
the magic of life when no one's looking.
Yeah,
I'm still there's a gap in my memory that I've still yet to fill of a toy I used to collect from my local garage in Montacute.
Okay.
And it used to be a random thing where you got a little like fucking jacked guy. But he's from the dystopic cyberpunk future.
Right.
Okay.
And you could also buy really cool cars for them as well, which had like teeth on them or like spikes coming out the sides or like a flamethrower on top.
Yeah.
And I think it was like an acronym of like 4 letters. And you could get like bigger sets as well, where it was like more of an environment.
Wasn't like an acronym of the word Mars or something.
It sounds like
MARS.
biker mics.
It's not biker mice because I had biker mice.
Yeah.
These guys were tiny.
Yeah.
And they had like little arms that just did one articulation. And you could put them in the vehicles. And some had like circular saws on the front and stuff. And I love that shit. And I can't remember the name of it.
Bionicles? Are they bionicles?
They're not bionicles.
No, bionicles are huge. These are tiny.
Bionicles are. They came out when we were like teenagers.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
I had a bionicle or two, like the red one and the white one.
They'd always shy away from making them do anything cool, though. Like, you know, they'd make these amazing-looking figures that had swords and stuff, and then they'd create shows and things around them, but just, like, completely tame. And it's just like, we know what this is. You know, that used to frustrate me. You used to get shows that didn't really shy away from, like, you know, like Biker Mice from Mars didn't really have a message, did it? Like, it was about that, and then everything went all woke. And they had to instill proper messages and everything. And it's like, I don't care about Tracy Beaker's horrible life. I don't want to know about it. Yeah, it's not going to happen to me. Give me some sci-fi violence that rats are doing, you know? Like,
is there an Action Man now for like kids? Is there like do they do Action Men?
Ooh. Craig, is there an Action Man nowadays?
Do they do Action Men for children?
I mean, you're on the children's channels and TV is there. I guess it's too young.
Is
War
at the moment being sold to the kids still?
Are we still selling War to the kids?
Is War cool?
Is War still cool?
So it said Mantiforce. Is it Mantiforce?
No, I looked at Mantiforce. It's not there.
He's never going to find it. He's lost.
It's like Mad Maxy style.
Yes.
It was Mad Max style.
Like wasteland.
Wasteland stuff.
Sort of, yeah.
It wasn't a version of Action Man. Because there was a version of Action Man where he had like this kind of like bionicle eye. I don't know what. I can't remember.
Although that was one of his nemesis with the bionicle eye, wasn't
that was it. Yeah.
Gangrene.
Gangrene?
That was Gangrene.
I didn't really have Action Man. My little brother did, and
I had loads of Action Men.
Yeah, I had quite a lot of Action Man. Like, you know,
A
you
lot
could
of
do
Lego.
like space like suits. I didn't have as much Lego. Again, I'm not really a builder. That's the thing. I'm not.
Maybe
my
you
brother
would've
had my brother had all that stuff. My brother would have the
Yeah,
Lego
yeah.
that connects. He was like really good at making shit.
That's-
And you had
Yeah.
conscripted Sylvanian families.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were going to war.
You
We had a
were.
whole story going on. You know,
War
like
mice. The war mice are coming.
yeah, like my god. And I mean, honestly, if you look at like the Red Wall series and stuff like that, where you see like you know Red Wall.
Red Wall's incredible.
It's cool, isn't it? They're
I
like
love
they're
Red
basically
Wall.
sort of medieval night
Anthropomorphized animals.
Yeah, that are set in like a medieval era where, and it just looks really cool. So I think I was ahead of my time imagining Sylvanian families as elite soldiers. I think there's the cutesiness meets the military is quite
Yeah.
a fun concept, right?
And
yeah.
then like Red Wall didn't shy away from like death
Yeah.
and stuff in
Yeah,
it as
yeah.
well. They used to have these nights stabbing each
Yeah.
other. I love that series.
yeah,
It's great. At least
Yeah.
that's what I remember. I remember it being more violent,
then it is.
but maybe it's not. I don't know.
I don't know. Fantasy's a lot like that, isn't it? And especially like the more you get into it, the more you grow and you read more and more interesting fiction
Shit,
books.
my imagination filled in those blanks. I had an imagination back then.
Yeah,
Nowadays, it's all just given to me.
it's all given.
Oh, yeah. Now you can just say what you want and it'll show you.
Exactly.
We'll show it
Magical-
well.
A
though,
summary.
won't it?
The AI
It
orb.
won't do it well.
That's
right
still
now.
not true, though, is it? Like, we're still not getting good stories. I mean, I'm not talking about AI again. We're not going there. But what I'm saying is, like, I still think that like you can't beat real ideas from real people.
Human endeavor.
yeah, especially when you're telling stories, and especially with fiction. You know, like, don't know. It's just there's just something
I think the
about
big
it.
thing is
Something about a good
mistakes,
story.
mistakes and mishaps, and the chaotic nature of humanity is
Yeah.
what's missed, and
Yeah.
that's sometimes what makes
Yeah,
stuff better,
yeah,
because those little mishaps create a sense of ingenuity and
the desire to create something interesting,
yeah.
like Raka Raka in that boring Australian suburb. The
Exactly.
boredom drives
made
innovation.
something of it.
Yeah, a lack of something drives the creation of
How
something.
many people have gone through that window though of that supermarket? Raka Raka.
You're right, mate. Yeah, well, the Glazers have just been by and they've replaced the window. If you want to come down for another shoot, yeah, sure.
You're fucking wild. But yeah, we've had so we're Z-listers. That's what we've got from this.
That was all the pretty much.
We've
yeah, we
realised
covered-
we're Z-listers.
Well, if we're even that, that's
It
yeah,
might not even be that now,
that's fine.
but that's okay. We're thankful for you guys being around with us,
That's it.
our little
precisely.
audience.
I
And
still think we're highly successful,
We're
highly
hat
popular.
listers, and that's it. Hat
Smith thought we were
listers.
A-listers at the
We're
start.
H-listers.
B-listers. H-listers, nice.
I didn't say we're A-listers. B-listers, we could.
B-listers.
I think at our peak we could have been B-listers.
Okay.
Now, who knows?
Up there
Now,
with Michael Sheen.
no. See, that's ridiculous. Michael Sheen's definitely an A-list actor.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can be our little H-listers if you join our Patreon, right? Patreon.com/hatfilms. You guys keep Hat Chat going. You're
really
our
do.
little
You actually
H-listers.
do.
Yeah, you are lifting up. There's
and-
members as well now on Hat Chat's podcast channel, which you can. I think only the one's actually membered up yet.
Oh, you could be the first.
But you could just be Patreon if you wanted. That's fine.
Yeah,
Patreon
Patreon's
do get
fine.
the ad-free version.
You do. So thank you very much. You keep Hat Chat going, and we are trying to keep it going more consistently nowadays. So thank you very much. If you've been enjoying these recently, here's to episode 202. Next week, back in our studio.
Indeed.
It won't sound any different to you.
Might sound better.
It might
The
sound
acoustics
better,
are a bit
I do try
closer.
and cut that out.
And
but
also,
it's-
we've got
it's
aircon,
tricky.
and it will be regulated temperature. Which would be
Yeah,
nice.
that's another thing. It's
quite
this
chilly
place is
today.
either
I'm
hot,
wearing
too
two
hot, or too
jumpers.
cold. It's tricky.
Well,
Anyway.
goodbye to this warehouse.
Yeah.
A legacy has ended this day, but it doesn't mean the end of anything,
Just
really.
a 5 year,
No, we'll see you next
5 year
week.
chunk of Hat Films.
Yeah.
On to the next 5 year chunk.
5 more years.
5 more years. We're like a UK government.
Thank you for supporting us, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Fucking hell. One at a time.
We all decided to do it at once, did we?
No, I tried to catch it. I did. I did. I'm pretty happy with that.
Fucking hell.
There we go.
Abrupt.
Oh. Jesus. Let's get the hell out of me.
Ah.